People of the internet, welcome back to another video. My English is perfectly fine, I will promise you that.
This is number one bullshit.
I don't have a brain tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Not yet. I don't have anything wrong with my speech. Not yet.
Don't bullshit me.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Maybe I have CTE, what do you call it, when you get punched in the face too many times. Who knows? Nobody of you will know, and I don't know either. Nobody knows. I know this video has been on the topic for me for a very long time. No, I'm just kidding. But today we're gonna react to Tosin Abasi on playing with all fingers and double thumb picking. I'm really curious what the double thumb picking is. Is it like Victor Wooten, that you know, that kind of style? I don't know. But how old is this interview? 7 years ago. That means it was in. Can you imagine that 7 years ago is 2017?
Are you sure about that?
Isn't that crazy? It's so crazy. It's 18 years ago. 8 years ago. 18 years ago. It's 8 years ago soon. Oh. What am I doing with my life? What did I do in 2017? I were at folkhögskola, you call it in Swedish. I don't know what it is in other countries. And then I transferred myself into university, music university. That was what I was doing. I was moving and stuff like that. So it feels like another life. If I look back at it, it's another life back then. Pre-COVID, you know, that's how we're gonna call it now. Pre-COVID and post-COVID. And people don't even remember how bad COVID was. Here in Sweden, it was okay. But I know in other countries, when it was total lockdown, people were going crazy. People were fighting against each other for a vaccine. For the people who didn't take vaccine, the people did take vaccine. Let me ask you this. How many ask you now if you have taken all the vaccine shots? How from both sides, the ones that didn't took and the ones who took? Still, I know that people still take them. I don't know why I got into this. I'm not gonna go any more into this, but you know, it was crazy times. And now we're gonna play some more crazy times. We're gonna play Tosin Abasi. Do you say it like that? Tosin Abasi. Tosin Abasi. Tosin Abasi. I don't know. We have Jazz Abasi. The jazz on bassy. The jazz on bassy. He has the massive reverb. If you guys do you have Valhalla reverb? The super massive Valhalla reverb, billions and billions. That preset. If you dial that back a little bit on the feedback, it's this tone. But I'm sure he uses like the Big Sky or something for this reverb. But sounds cool. And this was before he had this is a signature guitar, right? But before he changed, because this is the Ibanez, right? And now he has, is it a Sandberg or Strandberg? I don't know. We will see.
The guitar is such...
Yeah, this is the Ibanez. Let's see what guitar he has now. I think he has another brand now, right? Or is it guitar brand? That's his own pedal, but guitar. What today? Custom guitar. What guitar is that? Godin Kiesel. Maybe it's a Kiesel he has. Kiesel NS1. Is it this? No, that's acoustic. Is Tosin Abasi good? Let's see. He is known for his unique 8-string guitar playing and often astounds audience with his technique of playing without a guitar pick. Mark Knopfler did that in the 70s. Come on. Tosin's skills and artistry are truly exceptional, and it's impressive how he has honed his craft primarily as a self-taught musician. This didn't tell me anything. So weird. Yeah, he left Ibanez. Why did he leave Ibanez? Should we just have a look at that real quick?
Animals' leaders guitarist Tosin
And with the AI voice. Why? Why can't people just talk like I do?
Abasi discussed his decision to leave Ibanez, who was building his new signature guitar, telling Guitar World. Ibanez was down to do it, but the prototyping process just proved to be really lengthy. It's not the fault of Ibanez.
But Ibanez, I've heard good things about Ibanez otherwise with the signature guitars and everything. So, but I guess he wants his own brand or something.
Steve Vai's marketing director and crew already commissioned an 8-string fan fret classical from him and worked with him on Fishman's Fluence pickup line.
Who?
Why don't you have Frank Falbo, who is a luthier?
Frank Falbo. Okay, Frank Falbo has done his guitars. Enough with that. I don't know. We're sidetracking here, people. Stop sidetracking. Get into the video.
A capable instrument when it comes to sounding like full-blown music. And electric guitar...
Okay, so we need an 8-string to make it sound full-blown music. We can't have our baby 6-string guitars because that sounds like not full-blown music. Thumbs down for Tosin, or Tosin Abasi says thumbs down to 6-string guitars. I say thumbs up.
I think are emulating a lot of their favorite rock musicians oftentimes, where the guitar has one role. It's not the singer, and it's not, you know what I mean? So we're providing this sort of rhythmic melodic bed with these blocks of chords. But when you start playing classical and jazz, you realize, whoa, I can sit alone and produce what sounds like full-blown multiple part music on this neck.
Yeah, of course, I get what you mean 100%, but you know, people with 6-string guitars can do this. Tommy Emanuel, we talked about him before. That's just to name a few. I named one. But as you said, classical guitars, whatever. But I guess the spectrum gets wider when you have more strings. It's like the piano. You can... some guitarists strive to play guitar as people play piano, you know, with melody on top and chords and everything. And if you want to go to the extreme, do the Tommy Emanuel thing and slap on the guitar and do the drums and everything at once. If you heard the Beatles medley he does, that's great. And then here's the drums, here's the bass, blah, 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 blah. That's cool. But yeah, I get absolutely what he means.
And so a lot of that comes from abandoning the...
And I get what he means when... I can't talk. I get what he means when he talks about playing block chords, like power chord for rock guitarist. You know. Rock guitarist, when he plays dee-dee-dee, you know. But that's another story when you're part of a band and when you're solo. It's completely different. You can't even compare them because it's different playing styles, different approaches, everything. So, and he does the same in Animals as Leaders. So just putting it out there.
Pick momentarily and learning how to use each finger, because then you really can kind of do independent lines. You can create harmony and melody at the same time.
I didn't know he was so jazzy, but maybe he has gone past that now, but I didn't know he was this jazzy.
Where you can kind of have like a line and the moving chords underneath it. I first got into it, there's two major influences. One is Javier Reyes, who plays in Animals as Leads with me, is an amazing classical / Spanish classical guitarist. Like, so I've done
classical, Spanish classical. Please let me know the difference between classical and Spanish classical. I guess it's more with Spanish, but is that classical? Enlighten me, please.
Downloaded a bunch of tab off the internet and bought like an entry-level nylon string, would just like sit in seclusion so no one can hear me and try to work it up, you know? You kind of end up navigating the fretboard different, and you do slightly different things when you are using your open right hand, because It's almost like you have 4 picks in a way, you know? So... But
that comes with everything. When you have a pick, when you have a thumb pick, when you don't have any pick at all, and what type of sound you have on the guitar, you know, everything plays a part here. And I guess that's what he means. But he means more that you free up so much creativity when you play with your hand. Feel the strings, feel the tension, feel it in here, in your heart. Say it with me. Feel it in your fingers.
Especially on extended range guitar too, because then you can.
It looks like it takes baby chords, but this is, you know, I guess this is just the regular. Yeah, it's just. But his guitar is so big, so it looks like he takes. Instead of it, he takes chords like this. It almost looks like he does this, you know. That kind of stuff, the tried stuff, but I would never know how to orientate myself with these type of guitars. I would just play the 6 strings anyway. I have played 7-string guitars, and that's okay, because it's just dropped down to B. Instead of E, you have B on the top, so that you can do it. That's a little bit easier, but 8 strings, I don't know.
Kind of target certain notes and then do sort of clusters of higher pitched notes or whatever. But if you're picking, you're either having to skip strings or strum all the way through. It just makes...
That is not entirely correct. Let me show you why. Woo woo! Word please! Wee wee wee! Look at this. Hands, you can do this. You can do this. Now I did actually skip, but you can do this. With the little finger, if you do this. Or... It's lovely tuning, isn't it? So it's not entirely true. Just see the chicken picking guys down in Nashville. You know, that's kind of... So, we're calling out bullshit on this channel. We're calling out the bullshit. We have called out bullshit on other people, and now we're calling out Tosin Abasi. Tosin, I have nothing against you. This is just... I'm just playing a character, okay? Don't sue me. I just want an autograph, okay? An autograph. Send it to my email.
The neck with 8 strings on it a little less utilizable, it seems like, just because you're always aware of traversing all of these strings as opposed to just having them available to you like this. So yeah, I do a lot of open right hand stuff. We have songs where I only use the pick for the solo or something like that. When it came to like the...
Oh, he's such a... He sounds like he's such a music snob. I only use a pick when I solo. Elsewhere, I would never touch a pick. I'm Mark Knopfler. It's like when the video we saw before. I think it's, if you have watched the video before, it's with the one with Mark Knopfler. He just brought up a pick. That's this guy. When you don't think he has a pick, he just brah, and he just bring it forward.
Bass, sort of Victor Wooten style stuff. I was in a band with this guy, Evan Brewer, who is a phenomenal bassist, and he studied with the Wootens, and so he knew how to do all that double thumping stuff, a lot of cool tapping approaches. And so hearing him do it all the time, I was like, dude, you got to show me. So
look at his thumb. It's so bent. It's crazy.
You got to show
I've seen him play. He plays like that, but I didn't know he had that like all the time. Okay, I'm gonna tell you straight away, I won't be able to play like this if I need to have my thumb like that. It's crazy that's his relaxed pose, or pose, if it is. Is this relaxed or not? Please let me know in the comments.
me. So that's why I picked up the sort of double thumb thing.
Crazy.
And then you can start to merge them just because it's all your right hand, you know, so why limit yourself to one stroke per thumb when you can do sort of the double thing?
It's crazy.
It's kind of like I'm doing a combination of nail and flesh, which I think most classical guitarists do anyway.
Do you think classical guitarist does this? Look. Wait. Let us take that one more time.
I think most classical...
Wait. Let us take that one more time.
It's kind of like I'm doing a combination of nail and flesh, which I think most classical guitarists do anyway.
And one more thing, I'm gonna point out one more thing. Look where he points with his finger, where he says he hits the string.
It's kind of like I'm doing a combination of
Look, nail and it points here on the thumb. There, look now. Look, this is important.
nail and flesh, which I think most classical...
Because classical have their hand more like this, you know? And then I guess they play with the nail. I don't have nails, but... more like that, not like this. Or more like this. And look at how it does now when it do the the thumping, or what do you call it?
Guitars do anyway.
Look, now he has it. He just maybe uses a little bit on the side, but you know he has more like this, right? Or am I seeing it? Am I seeing it wrong? He has it more on the side, like they do, like the ones who slaps the bass, the ones who are good, they do like that. Is this number one bullshit? I'll let you argue in the comments. But it's a crazy technique though. It sounds so cool. I know I guess everybody knows this now, but I haven't learned it and I probably never will, but I really appreciate the technique. It sounds so cool.
It's the double thumb. Because I think a lot of guitarists, depending on your style, you actually can do sort of the index and middle finger vibe. If you've played any finger style stuff,
say it.
You've kind of started using an open right hand, but what's
he didn't say it. Any chicken picking, or hybrid picking for you music nerds. But chicken picking sounds much more fun, in my opinion.
Counterintuitive is the upstroke with the thumb. I feel like that.
Did you hear the interviewer? Yeah. He understood exactly what he meant. Now we go home and then double thumb his guitar all night and all day.
What's counterintuitive is the upstroke with the thumb. I feel like that is the crux of the technique. I would go in that order.
And he does with all the other things as well. And he has such a good sound. It's, so clean.
You can even mute it.
I wonder if he uses a lot of compression on the sound. I think he does, but it sounds good.
Because that really illuminates how hard and consistently you're striking, and you don't have to worry about fretting. You know what I mean? Like, because you already know how to play with your left hand.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you guys out there already know how to play with the left hand, I'm sure. And the interviewer definitely he said yeah before, so he definitely know how to play all this with the left hand.
Easier to develop the technique if you just kind of pick a string and.
But as I see it, it looks like it's more hassle with the right hand than with the left hand, as of now. But maybe it gets crazy.
Because it's so percussive that you actually are primarily concerned with percussive elements, like how hard you're hitting, how consistent it sounds, and then from there you can add.
I'm gonna have this as a wake-up signal. What do you call it? When I'm gonna wake up in the morning.
So right there, I'm not actually doing any double thumping, but it's a riff that is really dependent on like muting and fretted notes. One has like almost like a kick drum type of thud.
And imagine discovering this, and then like when you start, it's just before you get it to sound, in context with anything. It's like playing the violin. You have to play the violin for like 10 years before you can get a clean note that sounds good with vibrato. Same stuff. It's exactly the same. This is super cool.
So like you hear the difference.
He's just doing some random shit first, and then he came up with the craziest part. Or maybe that's a song, but you know, then
once you start sustaining notes versus like really staccato. But yeah, I feel like the left hand kind of knows more than the right, especially if you're used to.
He almost looks like a priest. He could be a priest in a zombie movie. I just have that feeling. He could be a priest in a zombie movie. He's a nice guy. Like, who is that guy in Walking Dead? He's a nice guy first, and then it turns into a bad boy, the priest. Let me know in the comments. I can't remember his name. Joseph. No, I can't remember. It's this guy. He's gonna. If it were zombie apocalypse, this is gonna be exactly that.
Just picking all the time, so I was like kind of focused on getting the right hand down, and then once that was there, I could plug in all the sort of stuff I knew on my left hand.
And that's crazy as well. The hammer-ons and pull-offs. This is more hammer-ons, I think. And then he plays certain notes. That's, I don't know how he does it. Sounds so cool. Yeah. Okay, let's read the comments on this bad boy. The bad boy! Look at the thumb. Looks at the hammer. How bad do you want this? True, that was what I said, but he meant it's even more flat. But maybe it is as flat as Toby Emanuel when he has the thumb pick. Have you seen that? When it's so thin. It looks thin. Yeah, maybe. How bad do you want to be able to double thumb? Take out the hammer. Take a hammer head. He studied with the Wotens. That's a powerful statement in itself. In of it. Can you say it? In of it itself? In of itself? In of itself? Maybe. He seems so down to earth with zero ego, and it's absolutely brilliant. Zero ego. I'm gonna have that as a shirt. Zero ego. That's pretty good. Maybe I should do a shirt out of that. I think I will actually. You already know how to play with your left hand. No, not like you, sir. Not at all. Not at all, I would say. Not even like him. Not even like anyone. I still think he's a robot. He does a damn good human impression. It's like Mark Zuckerberg. But he doesn't do a good human impression though. The other guitarist in his band was one of his biggest influences. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. 2.4k likes. That is pretty cool. Pretty damn cool, man. Anyone remember when they had the shirt that said odds are we're better musicians than you? Banananas 4007 says it's not enough that he's a guitar god, but that his fashion sense is always on point. I told you. Peak. He looks like he just graduated Berkeley or something. yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and catch you in the next video, and hope to see you in the next video, and catch you in the next video, and hope to see you in the next video.